Hey, Professor Cole, Michael Kelley here. So this week, just kind of the highlights of what happened as far as like what I did at the church for my practicum. So let's see, Pro Presenter 7, the program that I was started working on last week, made kind of leaps and bounds with it this week. Ended up being able to actually prepare the whole church service from welcome, offering, the songs for the Sunday morning worship, and then my pastor's the scriptures he was using, and the message points, video announcements, everything. So I was able to structure all that and get that working. Still a lot to learn on it, but we actually were able to go live with that this Sunday. So a program we haven't been able to use for the past 5 years, we were able to use this Sunday. So it was pretty awesome. My pastor was very excited about that, and so I spent a lot of time working on that this week. Let's see. Another thing that I talked about in my video last week was I prepared a proposal for the increase in equipment, the updates in technology that we kind of needed. That proposal went so-so. I think it intimidated my pastor a little bit, the pricing and stuff. But he did say that he felt like I put together a really good proposal and looked at all the angles of it. So we did sit down and go over kind of funding and our budget, and then looking into ways that we can increase our budget in that area so we can get these things done, because he did agree that these things needed to be done. And so then we kind of are starting into a phase program where we talked about phase 1 is going to be getting new cameras, and then moving into phase 2 we'll be working on getting another computer, and then kind of so on and so forth. And so that was pretty neat that he dove into like the budgeting and the funding aspect of it. I had a previous class, ministry management, that kind of help prepare me to understand those concepts a little bit better. And then also I was able to share some knowledge that I gained from that class with my pastor, and it helped with all of that. So that was another highlight. And then I guess the last thing that I did was I actually worked on some Sunday school classrooms. Like, actually the Sunday school classroom I'm in charge of is the young adult Sunday school. And so as the pastor of that group, we are actually moving rooms and doing a lot of add-ons and build additions to our church. And so we opted to move to another classroom. And so now I've been painting this week, and it's kind of taught me being in a small town church, and kind of given me the mindset of a smaller town pastor. Of, a lot of the work that is done to the church, we don't outsource it, we do it ourselves to save the church money. And my pastor talked to me about over the years how many times he's done projects and still does projects for the church that saves the church money. And so kind of understanding that, because we're always in the mindset of let's just hire somebody to do it. Well, I'm learning the mindset of how much I can accomplish, and it's kind of teaching me some new tools, I guess you could say, in pastorship, of being able to know what I can take care of myself. And so that's been really beneficial to learn this week too. And then also my pastor told me that he's getting the book for me this coming week, that I'll be reading and doing my book report on. And it's by Bob Yandian, I believe. And it's actually about the steps taking to ensure that you're preparing someone coming behind you to take over for you in the church. And so he wants me to read that book, and we're going to go over that and kind of talk about that in our weekly talks, as well as the work I do around the church. So those are kind of the highlights. If you have any questions, let me know, and we'll talk to you next week. Thank you. Bye.